This is another episode of me documenting the day-to-day process that I am taking to achieve long-term consistency in the financial market. And today is a break-even day. Break-even day. But I was up. I was up perfectly on side and I fucked it up. I did. So if you've been keeping up my channel, if you've been following me recently, you know that I just got out of a 6-year relationship. So I'm pretty devastated by that, and it's definitely affecting my mental state and the way that I'm looking at the market. And honestly, I came to the charts today. Oh man, and I was really feeling it. And I look at the candlesticks. I'm like, I don't even want to fucking do this shit. I'm looking at it. I'm like, motherfucker. Like, I am fucking hurt. But I traded anyways, and I know that my decision making and my judgment is definitely distorted right now because of what's going on outside the market. And if you are somewhat of an experienced trader, you know that these candlesticks reflect what is going on in your life, whether you realize it or not. And I am wearing that shit when I trade because for the past 2 days, I have broken rules. And I never break rules. I am extremely disciplined in and out of the markets. I'm extremely disciplined outside of the markets, which translates into the markets. And I never break my rules. But I did yesterday and I did today. And both times, that has costed me. Yesterday would still be a losing day. It'd probably not be a $139 loss. But today should definitely be a $400 day where I'm wiping out the drawdown from the past 2 days. But I fucking flipped my bias intraday, which is a rule that I have that I strictly go against. I gotta pull up the mirror board. No, I gotta do it. Come on. So these are the rules that I'm following. Very strict rules, because if you're disciplined outside of the market, you're going to be disciplined in the market. That's not it. It's right here. Here we go. So if we go to my rules real quick. Engagement rules. Do not switch bias intraday. What did I do? I switched bias intraday. So let's get into it. Enough of the monologue. Enough of the bullshit. Let's get the breakdown going. So the optimal market approach, I have created the optimal market approach because I do this process of studying, okay, this is how I approach the market. This is where I fuck up. This is where I go right. Comparing the two, making the contrast, and then optimizing my approach to make it everything that I need it to be. So how I'm feeling, you can see that I'm not feeling well at all from the breakup, still consuming my mind. And I feel like if I continue to trade, I will continue to make poor judgment decisions and dig myself into a really deep hole of drawdown. My perception of the market feels distorted. So I'm looking at price and I'm not even confident at what I'm reading. And I just have no drive at all to trade. I've completely lost my drive, and I'm not myself at all right now. I'm just doing the bare minimum. Because what I'm doing right now is I've realized, and if you watch my previous video, you know that I've fallen into this negative cycle. And this happens whenever something traumatic happens in my life, a very drastic change. I will brain rot. Quite literally. I will sit in my bed and watch fucking YouTube videos or YouTube shorts, which is something that I never, ever, ever do. You will never catch me in my bed being a lazy fuck sitting on YouTube shorts just brain rotting away. You would never catch me doing that. But when something traumatic happens, I do this, and it's simply because I am not willing to accept and confront what has happened, and I can't tolerate the emotional pain that I'm experiencing. So I distract my mind and I don't think about anything at all, because you know, if you consume social media, you're fucking brain rotting and you ain't doing shit. That's exactly what I do. So instead of brain rotting away, now I'm like, okay, I'm not going to work. I'm going to do the bare minimum that I need to do. And I'm going to force myself to confront what has happened and just accept it. Just accept it. Just fucking accept it. She's gone, bro. Accept it. Accept that shit. And it's helping. It's really helping. I think my mood is definitely lifted up right now. I feel better. And sometimes I forget that I'm still a great trader. And I forget that I'm trading at my best right now. In this very moment, I am trading at my best. And in this very moment where I'm trading at my best, shit's going on outside of the market. But you know what? It's all a fucking test. And you better believe I'm passing, motherfucker. So, what playbook am I executing? My bearish discount gap opening setup. Although we didn't really have a discount gap opening. It was basically negligent. Didn't matter. But the higher time frame narrative, Tuesday dropped down and likely created the Judas swing on the weekly range, redelivering the inefficient new day opening gap. But what leaves me suspect is how Wednesday did not take sell side and just left. I'm not 100% confident we have a low weekend. We did have a large up close candle, and we are trading below previous day settlement. They just keep sitting it higher in this condition after every down move. So if you look at market criteria, Because if you want to form a high probability bias, you need to look at higher time frame narrative and market criteria. You combine the two, and boom, you have a good bias. We created new bearish order flow overnight, taking previous daily high, and now it's setting up. Could create a slide lower. So note this, how it's setting up could create a slide lower. And this was basically the basis for my trade today, given the fact that we took previous daily high. Let's go to a 5 minute. No, let's go to a 15. If you look at the 15-minute time frame, the first thing that we do in the Asia session, we trade up, take previous daily high, trade down. Look what we leave. We have the balanced price range where we have a bullish fair value gap, bearish fair value gap, the overlap of the two, balanced price range. That isolates this price action up here. Break lower, form new bearish order flow in the overnight session, change in the state delivery on the 1 hour, open price violated there. That's a change in state delivery on the 1 hour, respecting bearish order flow. And now how it's setting up with this sell side edge here. What the hell? With this sell side edge here, I'm thinking we could potentially break lower at 9:30 because this is what the market does when it breaks lower at 9:30. And you guys know that I am a specialist in selling the market short right at the bell, right at 9:30, and being confident in that shit and just writing it down because I love these type of moves. I love these types of moves. They are my favorite, where the market just goes right at 9:30. So awesome, so nice. And it's just instantly dropping in your favor. If you look at the best trade that I have on this eval, it's exactly the kind of trade that I took last Thursday. Let's go to it real quick. And I have some of you guys in the comments even knowing, the market flushed at 9:30 today. I know you take those setups. Did you take it today? Nah, fuck. Damn it. I didn't take it. Well, I did today, but I messed it up. 9:30 flush, right? I'm selling right at the open, and I'm carrying that bitch. And I'm going to sell the low a day because I've done the work to know how to sell the low a day. Now it's just a matter of repeating that and consistently executing on that over time. So as I was saying, like to take the moves at 9:30. How I know this is likely to flush at 9:30 is because we have this smooth sell side engineered in the pre-market session. We did that yesterday too, but we did not get the break lower. So recently I've been kind of scared to go against the tide, kind of scared to be a contrarian and just fade the market at the all-time high. But if my sell setup is there, I have to take it. And everything is telling me that we are likely on the sell side of the curve and going to rebalance to a discount of the dealing range. Now, if we look on the 15-minute time frame, this is another reason for my bearish bias. If we look inside of yesterday's range, this is yesterday's range, right? We have previous daily low, previous daily high. Look back inside of yesterday's range. Is there anything for the market to grab onto in any of this price action here? Is there anything solid for it to grab onto? We have this fair value gap here, but we basically have already tested that, right? So if we've already tested these fair value gaps here, then we should see a move off of that. We don't see that. We don't see any kind of strength. It kind of just hangs around, consolidates, builds this smooth edge, and then usually we get this crack lower at 9:30 once it's the right time. And I'm just going to wait for confirmation at the open to tell me that the market is breaking lower at 9:30. It's just simply the first 5-minute candle close. Is it a large down candle that closes over the pre-market low? If yes, I know we're going lower. And I got the yes, so I know we're going lower. It's that simple. When you've done the work of just building market experience and getting comfortable with a move that makes sense to you, then it becomes your playbook and your model. And then once you get good at executing it, once you have enough experience and you're comfortable with it, that's when you really get paid by it. That's when you get paid from it. So if we look in this price action right here, I'm not noting anything solid for the market to grab onto, so I'm thinking low resistance sell side. And if we look at the hourly time frame, okay, look back inside, and this is even shown on the hourly as well. If we look back inside of yesterday's range, is there any? I'm just gonna get this out of the way for a second because it's a bit noisy. Look back inside yesterday's range. Is there anything for the market to grab onto until we get to there? No. There's no obvious inefficiency within any of this. And if the market's driven by an algorithm and that algorithm seeks liquidity and inefficiency, and the only inefficiency that we see on the hourly, the only inefficiency that we see on the hourly is this huge gap right here, and we open high in a premium, what do you think it's going to do? Well, it's going to seek that inefficiency. I don't see any reason for it to turn in here, do you? No, absolutely not. So what does it do? When we open at a premium after running previous daily high, we seek a discount and drops right into that gap. So my target was a bit overzealous because I'm saying not anticipating a low week to be in. So I want to full TP at Wednesday low, which obviously never delivered. My first partial would be a consequent encroachment, the daily premium wick. And I believe that if I held this trade intraday, I would note that this is a really solid area for me to take off. And we may not get all the way back down here, at least today. But this is large, open, obvious inefficiency That's what the market is seeking, obviously, if we have this break lower, right? So now, if I pull up the executions intraday, I will explain to you what the fuck happened, how I botched this session. What the hell, man? Come on. The way that I'm trading right now is just, it's not good at all. I'm not really making mistakes. I mean, if you count making mistakes as breaking rules, in absolute. Did I record today's session, bro? Come on. Okay, yeah, here it is. I guess breaking rules is making mistakes, isn't it? Okay. But what we do at 9:30, we start flushing, but I'm noticing how it's kind of high resistance. Like ideally, let me pull up the chart again. Let's drop to a 1 minute. Ideally, the 9:30 candle would have just been a large down candle that violated the pre-market low. And when I look for the market to clear the pre-market low, I'm simply talking about basically the first low that we come across looking left at 9:30, which would be this. If we have a large down candle that lays over that on the 5-minute time frame, I have a high degree of conviction that we are going lower at 9:30. But I have to come to the market with the bearish bias and then to be looking for this, be anticipating it. And I was. So I'm able to capitalize on it a little bit. And then I messed it up. So first down candle, not really strong, not really bold face. I'm not really confident in that move yet. But then what do we see? Boom, boom. I'm like, okay. Now we have a fair value gap, first presented fair value gap. I'm annotating that. You see how my sell limit order already, right? So I'm looking for it. First presentation, annotate that. I'm noting this as a potential change in the state of delivery, informing a high probability order block, because a high probability order block, bearish order block, is going to trade up into and indicate respect of bearish imbalances. I have that one of my rules. Got to pull up the mirror board. You know I do. Come on, got to do it to them. But if we go to, let's see, entry confirmation, a high probability order block is a change in the state delivery within the context that the series of consecutive candles has removed liquidity from the marketplace and or is in reference to and indicates respect of PD array. There you go. That's my definition of order block from the study that I've done over the course of almost a year and a half now. So I'm looking for the formation of a high probability order block here. Don't get it because I'm looking for a strong close over this candle. Never give it. We do cross the open price, but it's just one single candle. So I'm not really 100% confident in it at this point in time. If this is a strong down candle, I'm going to sell this up candle short. That would be confirmation that the market's rejecting first presentation. But we don't get that. It closes back inside the range and actually flips and closes as an up candle. So I'm still waiting for more confirmation. I know I have that first 5-minute close now because it's 9:36. So I'm waiting. I'm looking. And then what do we see? Boom. This is your change in the state delivery. Let's read the definition again. A high probability order block. Let me read it in my deep voice. Ready? A high probability order block as a change in the state delivery is within the context that the series of consecutive candles has removed liquidity from the marketplace and or is in reference to and indicates respect of PD array. Cool. So does this indicate respect of PD array? Yes. Why? Because it does not trade to the middle of first presentation and closes near the low of it. That is bearish. If it cannot even trade to the midpoint, that is a sign of weakness. That's what I'm looking for. So now all I need to do is see the market cross this open price of consecutive series of up close candles, my high probability order block, and boom, I'm short. Because, hold on, I got something for that too. A way to get on side moves that suddenly break. Let's think about this. Is this a move that's suddenly breaking at 9:30? Yeah, it is. Okay. So what is a way to get on side with that? Well, if I'm bearish, let up candles indicate respect of bearish fair value gap and get violated to enter short off them with a stop loss at the high of the order block. Okay. Isn't that what I'm doing here? So it's kind of like I've already prepared for this situation, for this exact scenario, because I've done the work of studying to figure out, okay, this is a good way of getting on side, and I've executed on it in the past. So it's just doing the same shit. Literally, once you figure out what that is, just repeat it. So I'm like, boom, we crossed that open price here, forming this large down candle. Don't even trade to the midpoint. This is weak. This is bearish. So I don't even need to wait for this candle to close because we already crossed the open price. I know it's a change in the state delivery. I wasn't really confident in it here because it was just one single candle. And then boom, I get tagged in. Cool. Where's my stop loss going to go? At the high of first presentation. It does not have to go at candle 2. It does not have to go at the order block. Why? Don't worry. I got something for that too. Come on now, you know me. First presentation stop placement principles. 1. Large gap. Stop place at quadrant. It's going to stay open. Mid to small gap. Stop place at candle 2. It may get closed. In this case, when price breaks lower at 9:30 and we have first presentation, for the most part, it stays open. In this case, I am thinking this is going to stay open because we cannot even trade to the midpoint of that, and then we have a change in the state of delivery. So if we're doing this kind of action right here, where we do not trade to the midpoint of that, and then we have a change in the state of delivery, would I want to see it even trade back up into first presentation at all? Absolutely not. But if it does, I would want to see it stay open because that would indicate the market is heavy. So there's logic behind my stop placement. There's logic behind my entry. There's logic behind my stop placement. And you can see where I'm framing the risk on this trade, right? I'm targeting 25 to 322. Why? Because it's predetermined in my plan. I'm going to be quick to get in and out. First partial at consequent encroachment, the daily premium wick, which is at that level, right? So consequent encroachment, the daily premium wick. It also aligns with the only thing that I see looking back within previous day range that the market could potentially reverse at. The only thing that I can see. And it's this open obvious gap on the 15-minute time frame. So that's going to be my first partial. Books that. And then ideally a full TP here before the market reverses back inside the range. So it's a 4-hour. And what happened? What happened? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, man. Come on. So the market forms a swing point. I want to see it stay heavy. I want to be extremely low resistance and just see it reject this gap and immediately go lower. Now again, dealing with whatever's going on outside of the market, the breakup that I'm going through, my mind's not 100% there. I'm kind of, how did I feel? How did I put it into words? I think how I put it into words would be scared, if I'm being honest. Just not confident, just scared to fuck up, because I know if I take a loss, it's just going to multiply everything that's going on outside of the market, and I'm just going to feel like fucking ass if I take a loss. So I'm kind of operating with anxiety, and I'm not moving with confidence. So I wasn't really confident in this idea, and that's why I flipped it intraday. That's why I flipped it. So market drives below the swing point formed. I'm thinking about running down equity. And I'm also trading counter trend, right? So I need to be in and out quick. I'm trading counter trend. We're at all-time high condition. I'm trading a break lower at 9:30. I've got it. Cool. But I got to be quick to get in and out. I've got to be quick to get in and out. Look, I'm up $255 on this position, and I end up only exiting with like 100. So run down equity below that swing low. Cancel that. See if we can stay heavy. And then what do? Well, I've seen this before. I've seen this before when the market is bullish, especially when the market is bullish. And if we look at what we did, if we look at how this set up, this is a 15-minute time frame. Let's get this out of here. We have this consolidation range. We break the consolidation range lower first, leave the buy side intact, rebalance previous day range, and then work towards the other side of the range. So essentially this is just the creation of a market maker buy model, original consolidation, drop down, rebalance the range, trade it to higher time frame point of interest, reverse, take the buy side second. So when we have this really, really large displacement come back inside the range, that was really, really sudden, really, really aggressive, I'm thinking, okay, my bias may be wrong for the day. I may be incorrect about what the market can reach for. We may be going for the other side of the range now, and then I'm just flattening the position. Just not confident that the rest of this is going to play out. And I'm really, really, really on edge against taking a loss because I know that I probably would not handle it well with what's going on externally from the market. So huge, sudden, aggressive displacement. And I've seen this before, and I've had shorts come back on me in this exact fashion. So I'm thinking, okay, boom, that trade's done. I'm just going to admit that I'm wrong. I'm going to admit that I got the bearish bias incorrect because we're at all-time high and we just rebalanced the range. We took the low of the range first. We're probably going to go take the buy side second. I'm just going to accept that I'm wrong, flatten the rest of the position, and now I'm going to flip bear. I'm going to flip bullish, and I'm going to trade this obvious gap. What the fuck? Dude, I never do that. I never do this. I never, ever, 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 ever do this. I never do this. And at the same time, I'm also thinking about how much drawdown I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna be so cool if I sell short and then take profit here and then flip it and then go the other way and have another winning trade, 2 winning trades in a day because I'm so good. You know how it is. You know how it is. So flip that and then end up stopping out on a short right there. Boom. And what ended up happening, if I do nothing, if I book that first partial and I let the rest of the trade play out, there's my target. There's my target. There you go. That's today. Now you can see my lack of effort that I put into this daily review because usually I am all over this shit. Let's go to like last Thursday. Like typically I'm all over this shit, right? I'm figuring out exactly what I did right, what I did wrong. So I mean, look at the amount of work that I'm putting into the review here. But then if we look at today, what the fuck? Am I tripping? Today's the 9th, right? Why is there nothing? Oh shit, I hit the 16th. But if we look at today, we can see that that effort is just not there. I mean, what did I learn? I literally just wrote down 2 sentences. And it's because I finished the session and then I just immediately start thinking about the breakup again. And then I'm like, motherfucker. So I'm doing my best to just confront and accept and just keep being mean, but I'm taking a lot of time off of work right now, which is, I never do this at all. I never give myself a break. I never rest. I never do this. I never do that. And that's a big part of why I lost my girlfriend. But I am taking a bit of time off. And when I come back to the charts, dude, I don't even want any fucking comments about how y'all are going to tell me, sometimes it's good to take time off, dude. Sometimes it's good to have a break. Shut up. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. Okay. But what was I even saying? I don't fucking know. I just completely forgot. What was I on about? Oh, yeah. When I do take a break and I come back, I look at the charts and I'm like, damn, girl, I miss you. You know? You know what I'm talking about? You know how that feeling is? I don't know. I'm just being fucking weird. But it just feels good to be back. Even if I take not even a full day off of working and I come back to the charts and it just feels new and it feels fresh and exciting, and I really, really like that. So taking time away from the markets only makes me more excited to come back and keep grinding and keep pushing, because if you see the work that I'm fucking putting in right now, you know that I'm basically pursuing perfection. Now I know I'm not going to get perfection, but I can get close, and that's what I'm aiming for here. I'm just trying to get fucking paid, right? So I want to literally know everything about every part of my system, and it's all done here in Miro, and it's all nice and organized and presented beautifully, nice and clean. I can go back and show you guys, okay, this is what I'm doing here and there. Now I just have to get good at executing on it. I executed on it today, but I failed with my trade management. And that's what's I should have already passed this eval right now. But trade management has been biting me in the ass because I'm making a lot of mistakes, leaving a lot of money on the table. And the opportunity cost from these mistakes is definitely in the thousands of dollars. So with all that being said, this is going to be it for this daily review. It's good to take some time off. All right. It actually is. I just don't like to. I just keep going. I just got this insane fucking drive. Obviously, that's kind of left me right now because of whatever's going on outside of that. But I'm still here. I'm still me. And nothing's going to change that. Nothing's going to change the fact that I am going to become a great trader. Nothing's going to change the fact that I'm just going to keep working. And I'm going to keep pushing it. And I'm going to keep moving forward. So that's it for this one. I will say one other thing. This YouTube channel is growing pretty damn fast. And, you know, I look at the growth and everything and I'm like, this shit keeps me moving. This shit keeps me moving. Okay? And I really appreciate all the support that I get in the comments. And you guys, you know, pushing me. I mean, this shit keeps me accountable. Because I could do nothing. I could do nothing at all. I could just sit on my ass and not do anything. Could not trade. Could not make YouTube videos. I got to show up every day for you guys. I got to. I got to set the tone. I got to set the bar. I got to show you guys that this shit is possible. So you can do it too. If you see me come from where I came from, and look how many videos I've recorded, day in, day out, day in, day out. and you see that I finally get there, I know that's going to put some belief in yourself that you can do this shit too, that this shit is possible. And I'm showing you guys every step of the way. And y'all know that I'm going to make it. And I know that you can make it too. So I really appreciate the support, because this channel keeps me going. I may have lost my girlfriend. I may have lost everything. Everything. When I say everything, I mean everything in pursuit of this dream. But I got this channel, and I have the ability, the gift to come on here and just talk and just share and just learn and just grow and inspire and motivate and move. And that is something that will never, ever leave me. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. So I may have lost a lot, but I got this. So if you stick by me, if you keep watching me, if you keep supporting me, if you've been supporting me, I sincerely appreciate it. So now, that's it for this one. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.